Hi guys, another Geek123 here. So in today's video I'm going to carry on going through the production of all MCU movies, carrying on with Iron Man 3 from 2013. So let's just get right into it. First, the development. Following the release of Iron Man 2, the conflict between Paramount Pictures, who had the rights to certain Marvel properties, and Walt Disney, the new makers of the Marvel movies, had a disagreement about the rights to the third movie. On October 18th, 2010, Disney agreed to pay Paramount at least $150 million for the rights to the third film, with them announcing the release date for May 3rd, 2013. Iron Man 1 and 2 director Jon Favreau said in December 2010 that he won't be directing a new film since he chose to direct the Magic Kingdom instead. However, he did stay on as a producer of the film. Also in the month, Robert Downey Jr. reached out to Shane Black, who directed him in the 2005 film Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, said he knew John wouldn't be returning, so he wanted Black to write and direct instead. In February 2011, after he went for the job, Black was in his final negotiations, and in March it was announced he was hired, with Drew Pearce co-writing, which leads to the writing of the film. Black described that the film wouldn't be two men fighting in iron suits like the first one was. He was trying to create something like a Tom Clancy thriller, with Iron Man fighting real-world type villains. Pearce added that they would also avert magic and space into it. They also planned for Rhodes to wear the Iron Patriot armour very early in the writing, as well saying that it could be a cool concept and a nod to Norman Osborn since he wears the costume in the comics. The film's plot is influenced mostly from the Extremis storyline in the Iron Man comics from 2005 and 6. The first two stages were written to show more of Tony's new life with the Iron Man identity, and then to make the last stage very action-packed, all on a higher level. The middle act was also influenced by Sylvain's travels. I'm very bad at pronouncing that, it's weird, I can't pronounce certain words, which had Tony meeting various people which they didn't try to make too familiar. The Mandarin storyline was also suggested by Pearce, with Black agreeing on. They said it was a smart move to make the boss having a puppet master like him. To also create the reveal of Hansen being the real villain of the story, Black described it as Remington Steele. He felt stories like that, with a big twist of the character, was very smart and was done very right. Well, when it was done very right, Both the opening and ending were also reworked in many ways. The first draft had the film starting with a flashback of Tony's childhood, but it was scrapped for what we got. The tanker battle Brent wouldn't show up in the James Bond type style where the henchmen would come back to help, but instead they decided to give Pepper a somewhat heroic act. The line "I am Tony Stark" was also going to be in the final line to link to the first movie, but instead it got changed to I am Iron Man to make the exact reference and, well, to make have more of a meaning and an impact. The Christmas setting was also made to have an interesting setting for the character, but the Black it was also made to make Harley a somewhat Christmas past ghost to Stark. Now for the pre-production. In September 2011, Marvel Studios made an agreement to shoot the film out on the EUE Screen Gem Studios in Wilmington, North Carolina. Michigan was also in connection to the land of production, but they didn't match North Carolina's tax. In April 2012, Ben Kingsley entered into negotiations to play the villain. The following week, Kevin Feige revealed that the film would be shooting within the 5 weeks later. A few days later, Disney in China, Marvel Studios and DMG Entertainment announced that they agreed to co-produce the movie to be in China. The next week, Guy Pearce entered final talks to play the Killian. Andy Lewa also entered negotiations for the film to play Tony's old scientist friend, but he eventually turned down the role when Wang Skewer was cast. Jessica Chastain also entered negotiations for an unknown role, but turned down due to scheduling, so Rebecca Hall took her place in the May. James Badge-Dale was also cast as Eric Seven. Ashley Hamilton was cast as Firepower, and Favreau was announced to return as Happy Hogan as well. Later on, William Sadler was cast as the President, and Stephanie Zitak was cast as an unknown role. Now for the filming. It began in Wilmington, North Carolina, on May 23, 2012 at EUE Screen Gem Studios, with a working title Caged Heat. Cinematographer John Toll worked with digital cameras for the first time in his career. He shot primarily on the Arri Alexa camera. From June 4th to the 6th of 2012, the film took place in Cary, North Carolina, at the Epic Games headquarters and SAS Institute with a large Christmas tree in the lawn. A scene was also shot at the Wilmington International Airport. From July the 19th to August the 1st of 2012, filming took place on Oak Island, North Carolina, to film shots over the Atlantic Ocean. They were done for the scene where Iron Man rescues people fallen from the Air Force in Miami. Filming took place in Rose Hill, North Carolina in early August 2012, and the town's name was to match the script's Tennessee City start visits. On August 14th, actress Dale Dickney said that she had been cast in the film and she was doing her scenes there. Unfortunately, Downey suffered an ankle injury, which resulted in a break where the script was tweaked a little more. Filming resumed on August the 24th. Cast and crew began arriving in California on October 1st, 2012 to shoot scenes on Downey Beach and around South Florida. Film also took place on the Vizia Museum and Gardens to make a replica of Malibu's restaurant Neptune's Net. The production returned to Wilmington in mid-October for additional filming. Shots even returned to the museum on November the 1st. Filming wrapped in the US on November the 7th. Filming began in Beijing, China, on December the 10th. Filming was also scheduled to wrap a week later on December the 17th. Filming didn't include the main cast and crew, however. In January 2013, it was reported that Black and his crew would start location scouting in Hyderabad and Bengaluru, India. Sorry if I mispronounced that. John Cheadle also confirmed that reshooting was taking place on Manhattan Beach. Shoots also took place at the TCL Chinese Theatre in Hollywood. Reshoots were major parts of the Mandarin scenes, since he didn't look too real in the first versions. Now for the post-production. Chris Townsend served as the visual effects supervisor for the film, which featured over 2,000 visual effects shots, and was worked on by 17 studios, including Weta Digital Domain, Scanline VFX, Trickster, Framestore, Luma Pictures, Fuel VFX, Cantina Creative, Synsight, Embassy Visual Effects, Lola, Capital T, Prologue, and Rise VFX. Digital Domain, Scanline VFX, and Trickster each worked on separate shots featuring their Mark 42 armour, working with different digital models. They even shared some of their files to ensure consistency between the shots. For the armour and Patriot armours, Legacy Effects constructed practical suits that would be worn on set. The film's production was delayed from Downey's leg injury, and for certain shots we were forced to make a double for Downey. A total of 3 hours and 15 minutes of footage was shot before editing, where it was brought down to 130 minutes, which is an hour and a half. The movie also had 3D conversion and a digital remaster for the IMAX release. Finally, for the music. The film was scored by Brian Tyler, who signed on in October 2012. The score was recorded with the London Orchestra at Abbey Road Studio. So that was the production of Iron Man 3, guys. A lot of interesting facts were in there that I never actually knew before I actually proper researched about this movie. It's not my favourite movie, it's definitely not my favourite Iron Man movie either, but it's an okay film. I don't see why people bash on it too much. Well, I can see that, why, but it's alright flick. I would say Iron Man's better. I'm not sure if Iron Man 2 is better, because they're like same in quality to me, but Iron Man 1 is definitely superior to this, and some of the MCU movies are definitely more better than Iron Man 3. But this very much links with if there was it, so I don't fuck it up, just let me quickly count on my head. My 11th birthday was very much linked into this, because I actually seen the film on my birthday in April, and I went to McDonald's afterwards, so I remember it very much. I remember that experience. So it's one of the MCU experiences that I can remember the most, other than the Avengers, and then obviously the most recent ones, since I'll obviously remember stuff more recent to me. But it's very much in my nostalgia because it was on my 11th birthday, but it's from my actual perspective of the whole film, other than nostalgia-ness, it's not brilliant like I said before, but it's still, again, an alright flick. And yeah, some interesting facts were in here, which I quite liked. And also, if you liked the video, please feedback in the comments down below, because the editing has changed a lot from the past couple of videos. I just want to make sure you guys are fine with everything in the videos. So, thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Stop! You violated the law. It's been too long since I've seen a good brawl. I'm just warming up. You pathetic!